Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, Indicom probing fatal police shooting of Cookie in St. Elizabeth. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the fatal shooting of George Griffiths, otherwise called a Cookie, by the police during an alleged confrontation on Tuesday in Cambridge, St. Elizabeth. The police report that about 5:15 a.m., a team carried out an intelligence-led operation in search of Griffiths. According to the police, they were confronted by the man and he was shot and injured. The police say he was taken to the Black River Hospital where he was pronounced dead. They say a Smith & Wesson firearm was recovered. Indicom says the scene was visited where it was examined and the evidential material recovered, processed and packaged. The hands of the deceased were swabbed for gunshot residue and the body photographed and sealed pending post-mortem examination. Initial accounts of the incident were provided by the concerned officers and they were served with notices to submit to statements and attend interviews. Jamaican fugitive Orville Purnell arrested in U.S. Jamaican fugitive Orville Purnell, who escaped from the Kingston Central Police lockup in December 2021, is in custody after being arrested by U.S. Immigration and the Customs Enforcement agents in Savannah, Georgia. The 32-year-old escaped from police custody in Jamaica while awaiting extradition to St. Lucia on murder charges. Purnell was apprehended by ICE Homeland Security Investigations and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives Special Agents on April 4, following an extensive investigation and a multinational manhunt. Purnell had reportedly walked out of the Jamaican lockup on December 1, days before he was due to face an extradition hearing. His escape caused the 3 police officers who were on duty to be placed on interdiction. According to a release from ICE, U.S. Border Patrol agents encountered Purnell on December 7, 2022 near Cedar, California, after he attempted to enter the U.S. using a fake identity. He was paroled into the country and given a notice to appear. In July of 2023, Purnell was arrested by the Clayton County Sheriff in Clayton County, Georgia, for the possession of a stolen motorcycle and attempting to evade arrest. During the arrest, police discovered a stolen 9mm handgun. The U.S. authorities located and arrested Purnell after their investigation led them to the Savannah area. He was taken into custody without incident, ICE noted. Purnell faces charges for being an alien in possession of a weapon in the U.S. and is expected to be extradited back to St. Lucia for his murder trial. Gun seized in police snap raid in Denham Town. Cops attached to the Kingston Western Division have seized an illegal gun in Denham Town. No arrest was made in connection with the seizure. Reports from the Denham Town Police are that about 4:20 p.m., cops acting on information carried out a snap raid along Milk Lane and a .38 revolver and 2.38 cartridges were found inside a house. Investigation continues. Man fatally shot by police at house off Waltham Park Road. A man was fatally shot by police at a house located off Waltham Park Road in St. Andrew early Wednesday morning. The deceased has been identified as 23-year-old forklift operator Shakal Punal. The incident occurred sometime after 5 a.m. at a premises along Content Avenue. According to residents, the police entered the house and allegedly removed Punal from the premises. They say that explosions were heard shortly after and the police reportedly left the scene with the man's body. Punal is the 96th person to be killed by the police since the start of the year. Security forces on high alert. Cops say dead gang members' cronies planning attacks. The security forces are on high alert following Wednesday's killing of a man said to be a high-ranking gang member on Content Avenue off Waltham Park Road in St. Andrew. The police said they had received intelligence that members of the man's gang were planning to launch several retaliatory attacks on the security forces. The deceased is 23-year-old Shakal Poonal, otherwise called the Trackstar, from Content Avenue, who was shot dead during a police operation in the community shortly after 5:30 a.m. Head of Area 4, Assistant Commissioner Michael Phipps, said the police are warning gang members to think twice about any impending attack on the security forces. We want to use this opportunity to just alert those persons who might be stupid enough to think that they can attack our security forces and win. We want to let them know that we are more than trained and we are prepared to defend ourselves against any attack, ACP Phipps told the news. Of course, we will be using all lawful means in repelling any threat of force that shall rise up against the security forces at this time, the ACP added. Police said Poonal is the second in command of the 7th gang, which operates from sections of Bay Farm Road, 75 Lane, 77 Lane, Campbell Boulevard, and the Norwich and the Content Avenues. The members of the gang are reportedly aligned with the Maho Drive gang in the St. Andrews South Division, the police said. The 7th gang leader is currently abroad, and Poonal reportedly managed the day-to-day operations by coordinating all the clique's activities, including contractor killings. According to the police, there has been heightened tension within the Waltham Park area of the St. Andrews Central Division, resulting from a long-standing feud between the 7th and the Dust City gangs. This feud, police revealed, had had a tremendous effect on the social life of residents of several communities, including the children and their education. Poonal was being sought in connection with several murders and shootings, including a quadruple murder last November in the St. Andrews South Division. Flat Bridge Dilemma. Two experts are advising that a lasting solution be found to prevent further fatalities on Flat Bridge in the Bogwalk Gorge, St. Catherine. In the latest incident on Sunday night, the driver of a Toyota Hiace bus died after the vehicle he was driving veered off the bridge and plunged into the Rio Cobre. Hopeton Jones, a bridge design, civil and structural engineer, believes that the best solution to prevent similar tragedies is to reroute or elevate the road. He conceded, however, that installing the bridge at a higher elevation along is not going to solve the problem because the approaches 4 miles on either side are low, so the proper solution should be to elevate the road or reroute the road.
The ideal solution would be to replace the bridge at and install the bridge at a much higher elevation. Installing the bridge alone at a higher elevation is not going to solve the problem because the approaches from miles on either side are low. So a proper solution would be to elevate the road or reroute the road.
Likewise, Dr. Lucien Jones, Vice Chair of the National Road Safety Council, argued that the bridge requires urgent attention as driving on it is unsafe for motorists, while acknowledging that there are thousands who drive across every day and they don't crash. He argued that it only takes 1 life or 2 lives or 3, so how many are you going to allow to say, well, this bridge is safe? It's not, and it needs to be fixed.
Yes, I know that there are thousands who drive across every day and they don't crash. That's true. And per year, you add up the numbers. You can look at the numbers. But it only takes 1 life or 2 lives or 3. So how many are you going to allow to say, well, okay, this bridge is safe? It's not safe. It's just not safe. And it needs to be fixed.
Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.